welcome to the Virtual Groom. My name is Jack, your host, and today I am bringing you a product review. And the review is of possibly one of my favorite safety razors. And this is the Blutt Rasur. This is made in Switzerland. I've got a really good amount of experience using this at this point. I've been using it for about 6 months, give or take. Pretty much every 1 in 3 shaves when I've been using a safety razor is with this guy. So I have a good amount of experience, and I'm more than happy to kind of, give that over to you. So let's start with the overall design, kind of like the design and assembly. The name of the Blutt Rasur basically means minimalist, design without frills for the most part. The razor is kind of like a standard double-edged razor. There's no kind of different variation on top of that for the most part. The way kind of the development for this worked, and I read on their website, the initial development of this was made in CAD, and then it was tested by 3D printing some of the models. After that, the first prototype was manufactured in brass, test further, and then it was released in stainless steel. Let's talk about the materials then. So the head is made of 303 stainless, and the handle is made of 316 stainless. I'm not quite sure what made them do the separate stainless steels, to be honest with you. And if Pascal, if you watch this, please let me know in the comments. The razor itself, in terms of cost, to me is quite expensive, and I think that comes down to the cost of manufacturing in Switzerland. This is made in Switzerland, designed in Switzerland. So if you care about that sort of thing, it's definitely something that's noteworthy, but it's $265 US, and that's for a razor that isn't adjustable, dial adjustable. That's pretty expensive for me. I mean, that's not really far off Wolfman prices, and Wolfman's to me are quite an expensive safety razor. The finish of this is only offered in one type of finish. This is a bead blasted finish, and the quality of the bead blast is good. I have to say that, it's not rough, it's still quite smooth. The bead blast is done with a pretty high quality. Let me talk about the criticisms of design, or more the appearance of the razor, and then I'll talk to you about the things I like of the design. So I don't know if you could see this very well, but there are clear machining marks on this top cap, and for a razor of $265, I would prefer that's not there. They've been covered with the bead blasting, so they're not super obvious, but I would prefer if they were ground out prior to the bead blasting. And not only with the top cap, that's also present in the base plate too. Let me see if I can get it. Slightly less obvious on the base plate, but they're there for sure. I don't think the camera's going to pick this up, but they're definitely on the base plate as well as the top cap. Like I said, I would kind of prefer, I would prefer if this was finished prior to the bead blasting, but does it take away from the shave? No, it doesn't. Let's talk about the shave, and you'll see some a shaving video overlaid on this video. This is possibly the best DE shaver I've ever used. And for me, a big proponent to that is how good it controls the edge of that blade. The blade is controlled in such a way, well, I'm not exaggerating, I can shave immediately against the grain with this without doing any other type of passes. And for me, that is unheard of. It is so smooth. It's mild yet efficient, and it comes in several different shave settings. This is the .86 plate, and that's the one I can do that immediate against the grain with. I've also got experience with the .99. It's quite similar with slightly more blade fill, still very much mild yet efficient. They have 2 others. They have a lower plate, which is a .67. I didn't see any point of using that because of how kind of mild the 86 was. And there's a 1.20, which I would like to try. I'm curious to see how that kind of compares to the .99 and the .86. Maybe I'll try that down the line. But overall, this is a phenomenal shaver. Would I recommend you spend your money on it? I mean, based on the overall shaving quality, I actually would. I don't think there is a razor, for me, that shaves as well as this. yes, it's quite expensive, and possibly if you are kind of more price conscious, there are other razors in a lower price range that shave almost as well. But I think this is the best shaver I've used. This is pretty close. The carve is pretty close, but I think this edges it just because of that blade edge control. Let's talk you through a bit of the assembly then. So kind of everything about the razor has been thought of in some way. You could see how the top cap protrudes over the base plate there. That is for easy assembly and de-assembly. So you can see here, kind of removing that top cap is really simple because of how it protrudes over. I think that's why he did it. I would like, so you could see the posts here. I would like slightly longer threading. It just makes thread bearing a bit more pleasurable. That's what I would say, as weird as that sounds. The posts that hold the blade are pretty big as well, which is good. But overall, great razor. Any engraving that needs to be done is done in a high quality. The bead blasting is done in a high quality, and the shave it gives is out of this world. So that's my shaving review, and that's my razor review of the Blutt Razor. Have you guys used this razor? What do you think? I'm a big fan of it, as I said. Let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in one, if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to help. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video today. If you're new around here and haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. Also, if you're looking for another way to support the channel, I do have a link in the description for Buy Me a Coffee. It does nothing more than buy me coffee. I'm not using the money for anything else. But yeah, I hope you guys appreciate it. I really appreciate you viewing the video today. My name is Jack, your host from the Virtual Groom Room. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful day. And goodbye for now.